Revenge is sweet and karma's a bee, and we had a whole lot of both of them going on in tonight's Kick Butt episode. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Woo!
Whoa!
Buzz.
Boom. That's how I feel right now. Mind blown.
Wow. One of the most dramatic episodes of the challenge ever. Whew.
It was
This
great,
was some
though.
good
It was
stuff.
good. I know it was getting bad.
Wonderful. Okay, everybody, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. This is The Challenge, War of the Worlds, Season 2, Episode 4, Benedict, Laurel. I am Pamela Gross, but I'm not here alone. I have got, we'll start with you down at the end. We have the founder of Fit TV. You know him, you love him. He is David Punk Rock Christopher.
What's going on, guys? How we doing tonight?
Good.
Doing good.
Let's do this.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the man sitting next to him that you all know and love, we
Okay.
know him as Disney Dan.
Yes.
But do we have to change that now to TikTok Dan? Take it away.
What's up, guys? Yes, it's true. I'm on TikTok now. Idiot Box Boys.
Awesome. And you know him from the Jersey Shore and
Yes.
Double Shot at Love shows right here on AfterBuzz. This is the wonderful Benny.
What's up, guys? I thought you were gonna say my last name. I'm like,
Nope,
okay.
just Benny.
What's up, guys? Thanks again for having me. Excited. This was a crazy episode. Can't wait to talk about it.
As you can tell, we're live tonight with all the cheering.
Right, right.
We love the
And
live
yes,
studio
thank you
audience.
to our wonderful producer in the studio. You guys, tonight was incredible. We had some USA on USA action. We're going to go over that. We had what I would say is maybe one of the most fun eliminations in a very long time, if not top 5 ever in challenge history. And tonight we've got for you some news and gossip, and we are going to be taking your calls. So get ready. If there's something you want to talk about, we will be taking your calls live tonight. So join the show. All right, everyone, let's just jump right into overall thoughts. Why don't you take it away?
It was a great episode. It definitely, for me, was a little bit of a bummer because I didn't want to see Laurel go home. I was rooting for her, so it kind of bummed me out.
Okay.
You know me, Team Bananas. But, I thought it was great, though. It was very entertaining. The challenge was actually, it was pretty creative. It was different. It was super close. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right.
Laurel, I'm talking to Laurel. Laurel, this is what happened when you send my boy Wes home. This is what happens. Why'd you do it? And also, in theory, I'm sure they were all already talking about this, but Kyle kind of started this all at the beginning of the episode.
He
Isn't
did.
that weird?
He did.
And I loved it for him for that. That was the first funny thing he said all season, and it was, he's like, I don't really know if they're on his team, but they could have been. And it was so funny.
It was hilarious
Yeah, it
that
really was.
Kyle puppet mastered this whole thing. Take it away, Benny.
This
What do you think?
episode was so episode 3 was amazing. Episode 4, hands down, better than episode 3, and clearly there's like a divide because I wanted Laurel.
Yes, I'm with you,
grumble
Ben.
about
I'm
that.
with you.
Wait, you wanted Laurel to win
I
too?
wanted Laurel to win.
Pam, I guess I'm
I
on your
wanted
team.
Laurel to
I
win.
could care less if Laurel went home or stayed. I don't care at all.
I wanted her to win.
Man.
I know,
You
right?
cut me deep, Dan.
Could not be happier that she got her lumps tonight and the way it all panned out. My overall thought is that I don't think Cara needed to cry about it, but I do think it's really silly that Team USA didn't learn from last season. They should not be turning on themselves at this point. I do not think it's good gameplay, and I would expect more from veterans like Johnny than to be doing that at this point.
You expect more from Johnny?
Not that he should be nicer or not a jerk, but I'm saying they should have learned from last time not to self-sabotage their own team,
But-
especially
Yeah.
this early.
The
Yeah, but
thing is, though, Laurel said it perfectly. She heard Wes saying he had no problem getting rid of other people on his team. So Laurel, I can't put it against her for trying to think of something to save her own butt. It
Right.
didn't work out for her, unfortunately, but she was playing the game. If she just would have stayed there and twiddled her thumbs and said, okay, we're all on the same team, let's do this, she still would have been going home.
She is playing a game and her targets are based on an alliance that Kyle made up. So how good of a game is that?
Well, we don't.
She's-
Kyle did make it up, but there's also no. Cam never was like, "Oh, I'm not with that team." No one's just straight up said they never did. Weren't a part of that team.
Right.
So.
And Laurel also heard what she heard from Wes, so she had motive. It wasn't just out of nowhere, So she had a reason to react the way she did, and I think that, in all fairness, that's fair. She heard it herself.
Everybody has alliances. First of all, Wes wanted to take Josh out. I don't know why Laurel took that so personally, or what it has to do with Laurel at all, frankly.
Well, Laurel came up with that. Laurel, in theory, went to Josh and said,
Right.
I want to take out.
But Wes wasn't threatening Laurel.
Well, I think for Laurel, it was just Wes saying he was going to take out other people on the team. And Laurel isn't in Wes's alliance.
Right.
So from where I'm standing, I'm thinking Laurel wanted to get rid of Wes and everyone with Wes so she wouldn't get kicked off.
I mean, Laurel just thought she was untouchable, the bee's knees. She's going around making plans. If you're not with me, you're against me. She is so condescending. I think that the word bully gets thrown around too much these days, and I'm not into it, but Laurel is a bully. Like, she is terrifying.
No, she
I
is
disagree.
not.
Oh, her
totally
notebook
disagree.
are terrifying. Are you kidding me?
And on top of that, her everything she was doing was working. And realistically, that little technicality that she lost with, it would have actually worked out for her had she not missed that one little peg. But she lost, yes, but barely.
What is their point? Explain to me the strategy of throwing the game. So they lose.
Okay.
What was their plan?
It wasn't their. Well, it was Bannanna's and Laurel's plan, but it was really Bannanna's plan. Bannanna's plan was he was like, "Hey, this is I don't agree with it, but he's like." If I, in theory, send home one girl from our own team, I'll have the people back on my side. I'll have the numbers back on my side, which I don't agree with. How the hell is that going to work?
What does that mean?
Well, he'll have the number of people that are in his alliance. This is my whole point. Going into this, the U.S. team was never together. They all had their own thing from the start. Wes, my boy Wes, who, by the way, ran this episode and wasn't even there. Wes was... his ultimate plan, let's say, he was just the first one to say it out loud, his ultimate plan, which was, I'll just take out whoever I want on the team. He was the first one to do it. Everyone already had plans.
But eventually, he wasn't saying we'll do it. He was saying when it turns to the dog-eat-dog time is if we're not winning, but they were winning.
Who cares?
So
Who cares when
deciding
Wes does
to throw it.
If Wes didn't go home, we'd all be saying, oh, it was a brilliant. Who cares that Wes is saying he's going to eliminate everybody?
No, I disagree. I disagree because he even admitted himself before the show even started he was trying to form alliances. So there was already an agenda.
Right.
So that's totally different.
No, but that's fine either way. He's just the first one to tell everyone. He doesn't care that everyone knows that he's not. Who the hell really thought he was going to be faithful to the U.S. team anyways with Bananas and Jordan on?
I don't know, but...
Like, it's silly.
Well, it's this early. It doesn't make sense to me that they would not want to win. I feel like get as many of their strong players out. Guess what? USA, and whether you're strongest, whether your alliance or the other alliance has to get there to the end. You have to still win to get there. So you want to work as a team until you can't anymore.
I would never want to rely on a conspiracy, but let's just say that all of this is for nothing, and that when the finals come around, TJ's like, "Hey, every man and woman for themselves."
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised.
My point is that does it really matter if you're on the U.S. or the Brit side right now? Like TJ could just upside down, just switch it up.
No.
Well, to answer your question, Dan, right now it does. In the end, we'll find out.
Right. And you still have to get there with your team.
Right.
The people on the U.S. team, they've been on this show enough where they know there's going to be more twists and turns. So they, like, you're probably right. They probably know something is coming up, and they probably have a feeling that they are going to get split up. So why not get rid of the strong players now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That was my thing. It's like, why not? Like when Josh wanted to get rid, or I guess Josh and Laurel in theory wanted to get rid of Wes, I didn't hate the move because Wes is a strong player, and if you have to go against him at some point in this stupid game.
It just seems to me that turning on themselves this early, as Cara said tonight, like, why even compete then if we're admittedly it's all out war within our team? Like,
yeah, but
that's just stupid.
I think we're giving way too much credit. I think this was just a ticking time bomb. We knew eventually it was going to happen. They're going to implode. There's too many egos and there's too much bad history between all of them.
We
all know this is going to happen.
Out and out warfare, though, if they were going to throw the challenge, they should have been a little more subtle about it. That's what's so obnoxious about Laurel and Bannanna's. Like, oh no, they just thought we are untouchable. Laurel thought she was never, that didn't even consider that she would be.
Why do you think Bananas did it on the girls' elimination day?
Bananas thought it through. Laurel is so obviously blinded. It's funny. She's believing what Kyle says. Laurel, for all her talk about whatever, is like being puppeteered by Kyle and making moves, based on her crush on Bear. It's just
all I know is that wouldn't it be fun if the girls on the U.S. team next week threw the challenge so that they could, in theory, get Bananas to go into the elimination?
They should.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Actually, that's not a half bad idea.
That's what I think
Bananas, everything he said about them is going to bite him in the butt. When they were talking, he's like, "You guys were going to do this. You're just mad that we have the numbers now." It's like, well, you don't now. You lost your cheerleader, Laurel.
I don't know why Bananas was so up in arms about everything. It is so early in the game. Like, just lay back and just play the challenges. You're fine. Was he even close to even being on a chopping block anywhere?
Exactly.
Just be quiet, Bananas.
And that's what happens to Bananas every single challenge. He always puts himself on the chopping block. This was the one challenge where people were not going after him, and so now with him throwing this challenge, he's like the #1 target now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Absolutely. And again, why did he do it? Why was he such a loudmouth about it? You nailed it. Because he wasn't up for elimination this week. It was a girls' challenge. He hid behind Laurel. He had her do his dirty work. And look what happened. So speaking of that, is there something you want to tell everybody that's listening to us?
Yes, of course. We here at AfterBuzz just want to thank you guys for making us the ESPN of TV talk. And in order for us to grow, we need your help. So if you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you're on iTunes, go ahead and give us a 5-star. Working at AfterBuzz means so much to us, and we just want to continue to learn and grow. So go ahead, leave us a comment, let us know how we're doing, and we will continue to give you guys amazing, good content.
Thank you so much. And everybody, we are, as we mentioned, going to be taking your calls live tonight. So get your pens or your phones out so you can get the number down. It is 424-354-8302. We're going to talk a little bit more about the competition, and then we'll be taking your calls. So get ready.
Oh yeah.
So let's go into this competition. It's a perfect transition. So they throw it. They were lifting up gigantic heads and carrying them up a hill.
Relics. Apparently, they were relics.
They were
very big relics.
It was called actually Relic Runner.
Yes.
So that was essentially giant heads and dragging them up a hill whilst the other team had slingshots and hoses and then the big human in a ball.
The ab ball. I call them the ab ball. You do at the gym. Those you do your abs, right, David? David knows.
Correct, yes.
Your abs.
So this was inside
the giant ball.
No, there were smaller ones too, but then there was a giant. David's so advanced. David does the huge ass.
I did like 2 of them.
David juggles those.
Right.
So actually, Josh, who, not my favorite, had a good strategy in this game, though. He was saying, I am going to target their slowest player so that, because this was a timed competition, so that if he slowed down or knocked the relic out of their slowest player's hands, they would then have more time for Team USA, which was actually smart. Team USA would have won. Laura wouldn't have had to go home if she wasn't such a, I'm going to say the B word, bully and a meanie, and she didn't try and steamroll everybody. Boy howdy. Okay, what do you all think of this first one?
I'm so split with this whole challenge. I don't think they should have thrown the challenge because it's just bad sportsmanship. Another thing is Ashley. I feel like Ashley should have tried to complete the challenge. I feel like she kind of does this throughout her challenge history where she'll cry about something and she'll say something's not fair and that, this isn't her team. She doesn't want to compete with this team. And, I'm always rooting for the girl. So it just sucks to see her give up like that because she is a very strong competitor. She's won 2 challenges. She has a chance of winning this 3rd one. So it just sucks to see her just give up like that.
I agree that she shouldn't have, but it's hard to, I do feel like how are you going to keep going when your own team? For once, I am not totally against Ashley's temper tantrum. This one made a little more sense to me than I can't find my socks or some of her other temper tantrums. I would be really pissed too if I found out that I was being sabotaged by my own team.
But see, the thing is, if that happened to me and I was on a challenge, and I would just use that anger to finish the challenge and win it, and then just be like,
team.
now what?
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, all right, I see your point, and I agree that
it's a tough spot to be in if your team's legitimately sabotaging you. You know, I mean, I think naturally anybody's gonna be pissed off. You know, and it's gonna go through your mind like, F this, but that's a tough spot. I think you have to be in that situation. Obviously, I'm not one to back a quitter, you know, so I'd say, yeah, you just finish it out. But I can understand the frustration for sure. I mean, you'd feel betrayed, you know?
Right.
All right, a couple thoughts on this challenge here. You know, we usually say it's an advantage to go second.
Yes.
I actually think, conspiracy for Dan again, it's an advantage to go first in this one because the ground would be dry to start at least. And I was wondering if they were going to use different paths so they would have equalness, dryness to start, because that hose soaked it down.
Yeah, that was like a fire hose.
So in theory, the producers were like, oh, we better have the Brits go first, and that might actually give them a better opportunity to win because they've been wanting them to win. So there's your conspiracy for me. And second, there was an equalizer in this challenge. Did anybody notice the equalizer?
Where some of
I'm
the
sure the live
giant
chat will know.
heads.
Some were giant and some were actually smaller.
Really?
The heads were different
Okay.
sizes, so I assume, in theory, they could have had the girls carry the smaller ones if they were lighter in weight, therefore giving them an equalizer and giving them a better chance to get the... So the one that Theo was holding was taller than Theo, and Theo's like 6'8". So I knew that there was different sized heads.
Yeah. All right, well, let's just go right into the nominations and then the eliminations before we take the calls. So, so that we can have the callers weigh in. And again, thank you guys for joining us. Get those phones ready. And thank you to everyone that's in the live chat. It's like you're here with us. We enjoy it. We're seeing your comments now. So thank you for joining us. Okay, so this whole episode, I literally was like pulling out my hair. It was so tense. So they decide. So the USA team loses. So the Brits are the thing.
They get the
tribunal or whatever.
and they're looking for the speaker.
And it's Georgia, Dee, and Idris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So they watch the USA eliminations where all Team Bananas and Laurel decide to throw in Ninja, and Ashley has joined them to save herself, which fair, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that? The decision to throw in Ninja?
I didn't think anything was wrong with it. I was kind of annoyed with how Ninja was just like crying about it. Someone has to go in, you know, and it just so happened to be her. Everyone's gonna have to go into, well, not everyone, but people are gonna have to go into elimination. That's the name of the game,
right?
So
if you want to keep your stronger player, though, I just don't think that was the right decision. I think you could put in Ashley. I think that she would have been a fine choice.
And
I don't know. I just thought Ninja, I mean, like, I know she was being a little, like, cocky tonight, but not that bad. But, like, she made it to the Final Four last...
She was the only girl, yeah.
And she's the only girl, and she's saying, well, it's my second season. And it's like, well, Ninja, it's only your second season, though. These people have been around for 8 seasons. And that, so I get that why. And she also kind of she doesn't have that many friends.
Right.
On that side, well, I guess Cam and now someone else, Cara, was hugging her at the end, but they had no issues. Like, yeah, everyone wants to throw Ninja, and yeah, we'll go with Ninja too.
Right.
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of Ninja. I get that she was a little upset by it. Kind of out of nowhere. She did fine.
I mean, I agree with you, Benny. I don't agree how she's kind of throwing a tantrum tonight.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that big of a deal for her getting thrown in.
Yeah.
Fortunately, she came back for her, but I don't think it was that big of a deal, to be honest. I mean,
I think she could have handled that a little more gracefully.
Right.
I think we saw that side of her with Turbo last time when she freaks out. She doesn't like being, what she perceives as insulted or wronged or whatever. But so then she talks to the tribunal and says, hey, go big or go home. Basically, I want to go against Laurel is the bolder move. And then we have them go out for the night, and we see Johnny convincing Georgia to vote for Cara, that Cara's the way to go. What did you think about the ultimate votes? and having Laurel go into the elimination?
I would have loved to see Cara go in because Cara escapes elimination after elimination. And I can't be mad at the girl because, again, that's the name of the game.
Right.
If you can escape going into elimination, kudos to you. But it would have been so dope to just see Cara go in and just to see her, not necessarily prove herself because she has proven herself, but just to see her in an elimination again because it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that.
I mean, okay. I think what it comes down to is with all this is you're either, we might have to have fisticuffs, you're either Team USA, Team Cara, Polly, Cam, those people, Team Wes, we'll call them, or Team Bananas and Laurel, and I'm 100% Team Cara, Polly,
No way.
Cam. Yes.
No kidding.
So, what are you guys? So, of course, I'm like, what? I wouldn't want two of them to go against each
Right.
other. What team are you guys on within that?
Laurel and Bananas, hands
Oh,
down.
Yeah.
Hands
I think you guys
down.
already know.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Really?
Well,
Come on.
and the reason is because, like I said before, Laurel was the one who said, these guys are going after me. I need to do something to save my butt.
But they weren't sabotaging their team. No one was going after anyone while they were winning. They could have kept that going for a long time.
But Wes
And they
said,
changed the game.
she went off of what she heard Wes say. And so that's what scared her.
Dirty player, that Laurel.
Yeah, I will never be Team Bananas, so whatever other team you said, I'll just jump on that.
Yeah.
But in theory, my team already went home because Wes lost last week.
Well, we got-
not a huge fan of Cara ever either, and Cam too. Cam thinks she's a champion and she's never won. So.
You leave Cam alone.
I don't care.
You don't
Cam.
speak.
What team is our live chat? I'm curious to know what.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to start writing in.
All right, everyone, tell us what
They're,
Team USA
they're
team
talking
you
about all
are.
kinds of stuff. Someone doesn't think Bear's even cute. Someone doesn't think Bear's cute. I can't believe it. Jordan Simon does not think Bear's even cute. How
Jordan.
dare he? His eyes. You can see the ocean in his goddamn eyes.
So let us know in the live chat which Team USA team you are for, and let's get into this elimination because it is crazy times. What do you take it away? Dan, why don't you start us off? What were your thoughts and feelings?
On the elimination, yeah, it was really fun. Oh, it's my conspiracy. This is great. I'm so glad you brought this up. I didn't know what my final conspiracy for the night. Yes, me and Homer are going to answer this. So my final conspiracy is that the producers knew ahead of time that Team USA was that had voted Ninja in because Ninja had to talk to the Tribunal D and the other two. So they already knew. So they picked this elimination for Ninja on purpose because they didn't want to see her go home early. Bam!
That
Ninja
was
conspiracy.
pretty interesting how it was a
How
climbing
perfectly
challenge.
set up
right.
was that for Ninja to win, no matter who she won. They didn't know it was going to be Laurel. They didn't know it was going to be Cara. They didn't know. But they set that up for Ninja to win. That's what Ninja, in theory, does for a living.
Right.
Yes, but I will say, remember when Ninja last time was like, oh, goody, this one's for me. And it was holding on to tires and getting dragged. And she, boop, fell off right away.
Well, I mean...
Sometimes the things that are made for you, it's anybody's game.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was my thought on the final, on the elimination tonight. So.
I thought this just couldn't, you couldn't make this stuff up. The slow-mo cut they had of Laurel, with her just wagging around.
You mean after she
yes,
won?
after she thought she
Won.
won. Which is like, Laurel, you just jammed your thing. I can't believe Ninja figured that out. Every part of this was poetry. Because I was grabbing my hair, clutching it, dying oh my God, it was neck and neck. It was so crazy. You're thinking Ninja's gonna totally smoke this. Then Laurel is right behind her. Then Laurel rings the bell and all this, they're celebrating. You see everybody cheering. Then the time goes by and we just see Ninja sort of still up there going, oh, there's not a hole up here. There's
Right.
one that was missed. And she finds the last hole somewhere
I'm
and
confused.
saw...
I was confused on, did Ninja ever find the final hole? 'Cause
Yeah,
she-
so it was at the bottom and she
Right.
missed
So
it.
did they both
They
miss
both
it?
must
Yeah,
have
they
skipped
both
it.
missed
They
it.
both
And so
skipped a
Laurel
hole.
put it in. I mean, not Laurel.
Ninja threw it in and then started climbing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ninja got
But
to the top with one left and put it in the top.
Did Laurel put hers back in the bottom? She
did.
She couldn't because she already had stuck it in the top one.
Right.
She,
Oh, no.
So she just had to leave hers blank. She just
Right.
tried to
Ninja
climb
went
back
back
up.
and climbed
She,
and rang the
but
bell.
then didn't Laurel climb up
also
think
to
in
try
theory-
and beat her, but then
After, it
it
was
didn't
too late.
happen.
Right,
Yeah,
either
too
to
late.
beat her or to at least try to grab her thing, put it
Right.
in, and climb back
Yeah.
up. Like that would be
There's
taking
just
forever.
no winning for her.
You know what? Laurel won, and that's my
Oh
story.
my God!
And I'm sticking to it.
Let's talk
Laurel
about some
really
of
won.
David, you're gonna get eaten alive on a live chat for that one, man.
It was about putting these dang sticks in the holes fastest, and if that's what it is,
there
Laurel
was
won.
there was no hole.
in the holes.
There was no hole.
Whatever.
the
She reached the
holes.
top the fastest, and that's what counts.
No.
I'm sticking to it.
Nope.
I just want to know, like, how. I guarantee she was so pissed, probably. Because
Yeah.
she probably felt so stupid, too, after that. Because she's talking
Oh,
all
gosh,
this
yes.
crap.
Well, she
and-
flipped everybody off. They had I
my
was
God.
embarrassed
I felt
for her.
for her
I
when
felt for
she
her.
was doing like the suck it symbols,
Yeah.
and of course the producers put that in slow motion.
was amazing.
I was like, oh my god, what kind of faces? It freaked me out.
Oh my
It
gosh.
scared me.
Well, her pinched, condescending face was like, you use what you got. Like, she was trying to talk her way out of cheating, basically. Like, yeah, a real competitor, use what they got.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
I felt
Laura.
for her.
But you know what? They blew the horn, so I mean, you can't blame her though. You would think it's over. They
Exactly.
actually blew the horn.
Well,
you
because
know?
she rung the bell, but then and the UK team cheated. I mean,
And it's
they.
crazy. Just
Same
think-
idea, right?
Yeah.
Just
They
think
went
if
back and
Ninja-
reviewed it.
Just think if Ninja wouldn't have said anything. Like, Laurel probably would have.
No one would have
Won.
known.
Here you go, David. People are actually on your side here.
Yes,
Marissa,
thank
well,
you.
listen though. Marissa writes, there was a hole, just not meant for the one with the peg.
Yeah, see, that still counts. That
Right,
still
they're like,
counts.
she just stuck it in the thing.
It was just a huge.
Oh my god.
gigantical.
So that was crazy though, because Laurel was running her mouth, and it's funny because when she was sort of fighting with Cam in that room, Laurel would be like,
I'm not scared of you.
Yeah,
I'm
have
not
her.
scared of you.
Laurel would give her a comeback though and look at Bananas. Like, she's like, did I do good? She was such Bananas' little puppet, and boy, did that bite her. Don't ever, kids. Do we have PSA music? Kids, if you're listening, don't ever be Bananas' puppet. It's not going to help you.
Here's my thing
Yeah.
though. We're talking this big game on Laurel. Like, she got her butt kicked. No, she didn't. She
No, she-
barely lost.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
she backed all her talk. In my opinion, if she would have got smoked, that's one thing. But she barely lost. Ninja got lucky.
Her hubris cost her this.
This.
Well,
This reminded me of a challenge a couple years ago when it was CT against someone else, and it was like they had to push this big pillar, and CT ripped the flag off, and he wasn't supposed to rip it off, and he won. But then they said you weren't supposed to rip it off; you were supposed to undo it, and he ended up losing.
Ah.
Same exact thing that happened with Laurel.
let me
Similar,
say this to maybe just defend David in this
Okay.
regard. They, in theory, if they both miss that same peg on the bottom, right?
Uh-huh.
In theory, if they just kept it equal like that, like they both missed the first peg and they both got top at the same time, it's not fair in theory, because I know Laurel stuck it in, so they blew. She had no way of because then Ninja just was able, because she had one left over.
Right.
She was able to kind of put it in there and go to the top. In theory, Laurel had no choice but to try to get it and put it back down below. That's all I'm saying there. But I wanted Ninja to win, so it worked out for me.
Yeah, and also I'm gonna call on that theory because
Why is
they
that?
missed different holes. It wasn't that they missed the same
Okay,
one.
I thought they both missed the bottom
So
hole.
yeah,
Where did Ninjas miss?
just a totally different one. Like they
In
both
the middle somewhere?
Yeah, but when Ninja got up there, she didn't pretend she wasn't like, I'm done.
I agree.
She was like, wait a second, I can't find a hole. There
It's
must
all
be a hole
happening so
somewhere else.
fast. In
But
Laurel's defense, it's all happening so fast. Like
Laurel 1
you know,
million percent
Yeah.
knew that she was faking it. I think.
No, I agree.
I don't think
but she
she
didn't know
thought.
what to do with it. She's like, well, what do I do? Like, do I put it up throw it in the sky to celebrate? Like, she didn't know what to do. I still agree that she cheated. Trust
Right.
me, and I'm glad that Ninja won.
Yes.
I'm just saying though, what would you do in that situation? You climb down, say, TJ, I
Yes.
have this extra one. What should I
No,
do with
you
it?
have to go find out
Right.
where you met. You have to.
Make it
you're
work.
not
Yeah,
done.
go
Yeah,
back
you gotta
down
go
and
I want
find.
look
Did
for it.
TJ say, hey, just a heads up, guys, there has to be one in every hole?
Yes,
He
that's
did
the
say that though. I
game.
forget if he said that or not. He definitely
Yes,
said that.
it was
Then
put
it's
all
definitely
21
it's on Laurel
pegs
then,
in
yeah.
their holes.
Yeah, and then the best part is though, Laurel did go back and then she counted them as 21, knowing that the top one wasn't in it though, David.
Oh my
so now
God,
I'm jumping
I
the other
remember
way,
that.
David. She counted all 21
Well-
to be like, I got 21. Technically,
she
Laurel,
did.
You
Technically
did
she
not.
did.
You didn't, Laurel.
Man. All right. So everybody, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Get those phones out.
Oh, boy.
And
Here
we
we go.
Do it.
will be taking your calls.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yes, please don't spoil.
Don't spoil stuff for next week.
Yeah, no spoilers
Please.
or the upcoming weeks. Okay, so let's also talk about. Well, I just have one quick comment. It's funny. I love Tori so much, but when Georgia said Kara's name, there was a little cut away to Tori, and she was like, come on, don't run away from going in challenges, Kara. And it's like, well, no one wants to go into the challenge. I thought that was a strange
Tori,
sort of...
They're just trying to find spots to throw Tori in these episodes. She's got no storyline.
She's staying low-key.
Especially because her and Jordan are pretending to like not like each other right now, or they're just like, they're not like oogling a lot.
Yeah.
She's got no storyline if it's not for Jordan right now, so it is what it is. Sorry, Tori.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so this is a perfect time for me to jump in. We have a caller on the line. So, caller, let us know who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Kaya, and I'm from North Carolina.
Hi, Kaya.
Hey, Kaya.
Thanks for calling. So,
Hey, thank you.
what do you want to talk about tonight? There's a lot going on in this episode.
Okay, Dan, I'm with you. Why was Wes mentioned so much and he wasn't even in this episode?
Oh.
Yes, I mean, Wes is here forever to be with all of us, and we all love him, and we pray to the gods at night that he'll be on another challenge. So there you go.
I'm glad he went home.
Yeah, and another thing, when they were in the room, it was Cam and Laura, I think. Why was Bannanna so distant on like Cam and Cara working together? Like, if people are friends outside the show, you would expect them coming into the game,
He's
having
trying.
each other's back. But what was the difference? What was so wrong about people like having pre-existing friendships coming into the game? Of course, if you're friends with somebody and you come into the game, you don't want your friends calling you out. That's the part I didn't get in this whole episode about pre-existing
I think
alliance.
it's a
What
lot
do
with
you guys think
it's a
about
lot with Bananas trying to take the heat off him. I think personally, he's like, well, if I get these guys fighting, no one's gonna really, maybe get as mad at me that I threw the challenge. He's not even admitting that he did, but I mean, yeah.
And,
what do you guys think?
Well, Kyle had told Laurel that they made an alliance before they came. I don't know why Laurel's listening to Kyle, first of all, and taking advice from Kyle, who's on a different team, but he said that they had an alliance before they came in. So Laurel was going off of that, and Cam was like, I do not have an alliance.
I don't
with
talk to
Wes.
these people.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And
But
I
then
believe
she
her.
said, well, why? But then she said to Bananas, which was her mistake. Well, why would I tell you if I talk to people? So
Right.
if you're getting called out for talking, so say, I'm friends with these people.
Just admit it,
Just
yeah.
say
Of
you're
course I
talking
It's the
gotta
to
name
work
of the
with my
game.
It
It's
doesn't.
the name of the game.
Yeah, so everyone's doing it. So why is Bananas? If you just say to Bananas, I'm talking to people, and guess what, Bananas, you're talking to people for me.
Exactly.
Come on. What else is he gonna say to that?
Yeah.
He just wanted Cam to admit that she's talking to people. Then he has nothing on her. So
Right.
Cam, you're talking to people. Who cares?
Yeah.
Big deal. You're all talking to people.
Do you think that Bananas was asking this because he didn't have nobody on his side? If he was had half of his team on his side, do you think he was been asking people the question? Because he doesn't have nobody but Laura and Jordan and Tori. But that's not even half the
I don't
team.
even know if he has Jordan. Jordan yelled at him tonight when he threw the ball wrong, and Jordan got super mad at Bananas right away. And Bananas they start fighting. I don't know why Bananas is even opening his mouth this season. Just be quiet and do what CT's doing. Be neutral and just go along.
Yes.
CT
What do you
yelling
guys
at
think?
him.
CT is playing
If
smart.
he shuts up once in a while, then he'd get far. He doesn't shut up. That's the
Exactly.
problem.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, Jonathan, let us know if you get anyone else on the line, and we'll talk to them too.
We'll do. We got quite a few callers. So
All
it
right,
should be
awesome.
okay.
And
Go
thank
take 'em.
you,
Go ahead.
Jonathan in the
Keep it
studio
rolling.
for making all this magic happen.
All right, we actually got one right now. Caller, let us know who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Marissa from the Bay Area, California.
Bam.
Hi, Marissa.
Hello. So Dan, thank you for reading my comment about Laurel finding another
Marissa,
hole.
you're getting all mad at me on this live
Hey.
chat right now. I don't know what's going on. I thought we were cool, Marissa. I thought we go way back.
No, Laurel. I'm here for Laurel all day.
Yes.
Yes. Knuckles, air knuckles right now.
So what do you think about her performance in the challenge, in the final elimination?
Oh, it was so rigged. Like they're the hole up there for a reason, and she put it in there. She just found the wrong one. So I think it's on the producers for not being clear or just not stepping in immediately and saying something different. TJ should have stepped in earlier, in my opinion, and clarified that because it was a little muddled. And I'm still upset with it. But
Really?
whatever, Ninja, you climb it.
No, that's perfect what you said. I completely agree. Like, it doesn't seem like it was very clear because there was a lot of confusion on both sides. And like I said, they still rang the buzzer. So if they had known previously that there's not one up there, they would have known when she did that.
Well, David, let me throw this at you. There was the exact same hole for 20 pegs prior, and then there was a giant gap up there, and that's not the hole.
Right, but I mean, wouldn't they?
They're not
have
trying
said
to
that,
trick
but
them with a
wouldn't they-
different sized hole.
But I'm saying, wouldn't they have said that when she originally did it? Why did they take so long? Like, I agree with her that was
It's
part
weird.
of-
The bell did ring, which is why I thought it should have gone into some type of sudden death because Laurel didn't really know what was going on. It was very muddled. Marissa's right. It was muddled.
Yes.
This is what should have happened.
But the producers liked the drama
also-
though, so they were like, let's have it be this way.
Exactly.
Go on,
And
Marissa.
also from like a tall person's perspective, like you can see over things, and she saw a hole right there, so she put it in. Like, come on, like give the girl a break.
Marissa, do you really think it looked like a hole though, or just like an open gap? It wasn't even like a hole though.
The top of a pole.
I
Well, we
feel
don't
like
know.
it was meant for a GoPro or something. Like they just like didn't put something in there or whatever. But moving on, I'm still kind of pissed. But hi.
Well, my boy Wes went home last week. I'm still recovering, so you got at least a week in you right now to recover.
Whatever about West. But anyway, I want to also
like this girl.
highlight like funny moments in the show that I thought were just great. Was Kyle sticking out of the orb? With
yes!
That was very brief, but it was very funny.
That was hilarious.
That was like
And
one of the
then
best elements. of
Zach
that.
talking about Laurel's notebook, which I
Oh my God.
Agree.
The most intimidating thing on this challenge, her notebook.
Laurel and her notebook.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Oh, I would be me. Like if I was on the challenge, I would be the notebook girl with Laurel. Like I feel like she's my spirit animal on this challenge, and always has been since the very beginning, since I watched the show. And then also Leroy with his comment about throwing the competition. Like Leroy's just man. So that is all, and thank you guys. I listen to you all the time, so thank you very much.
Wait, Marissa, before you go, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think about Laurel lurking around watching Georgia and Bear? Because that was a funny moment too. A funny Laurel, like kind of catching them.
Okay, to be honest, I'd be looking too. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Oh, I'm bad for her, and she just what? I'm sorry.
I said me too. I would totally be lurking as well.
Well, yeah, Bear's attractive, and Georgia's pretty too. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so
Thanks,
much
Marissa.
for
Thank
calling
You're
us.
awesome, Marissa. Thank you. Please
Thanks,
call again.
guys.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about the relationship
Yeah.
stuff that was going on
That's
tonight.
true.
It is so crazy because I mean, none of you
Georgia.
guys
Bear and
thought,
Georgia.
yeah, none of you
Back
guys thought
together.
that Josh was really gonna have a chance, and I guess you're right, and I was wrong because she really is obsessed with Bear
No,
still.
yeah, I
you know?
knew it. I knew that was
I
gonna
know.
happen.
You were a sucker for Josh.
No, I
you
just
were.
wanted something nice to happen for Josh. I don't think that's bad.
I give it
clearly,
to-
I also said that I like the relationship between her and Bear better as far as like they are cute together. I
are
wish Bear
cute
could be
together.
We didn't even get Bear is a slag.
A slag.
Slag.
Yeah,
Slag.
okay.
Slag.
So when he was all upset that Laurel got called down, she didn't go home yet. She got called down there. He goes, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "Hey, Bear, you got 3 other girls you're trying to hook up with. I think it's okay if she goes home."
Yeah.
He likes Georgia, Ashley, Nani, and
He
who
likes
are
all
his
of them.
girls?
He
And
likes all of them.
Kaylee.
Kaylee, but they didn't say Nani tonight. They just said Kaylee, Georgia, Ashley, and Laurel.
It'd
Yeah.
probably be easier to say what girls he doesn't.
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that seems like a good transitionary
right.
point. We got one more caller on the line, so caller,
right.
let me know who you are and where you're calling from.
Martin from Colorado.
Hi, Martin.
Hey.
Oh, Mark, you called last week.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Martin. He's
What's up,
regular.
Way to sneak in there again. All right.
What do you got for us tonight, Martin from Colorado?
Well, David, I'm with you. I'm glad this is gone as well.
All right.
Can't believe
Martin is a
everyone's-
smart
Dan.
man. He's a smart man.
Yeah, Dan, eat a superstar. You're not yourself and you're hungry for us.
You're
What was that? Yeah, it was a little unclear.
You're muffled, Mart. What's going on? Couldn't hear you.
Yeah, so I don't think that Laurel cheated. I mean, look at her elimination record. She doesn't really need to cheat in order to win an elimination. And I do think that if you look at the episode, there was like a hole where she like put like the peg, I think it was like a wrong hole or something. I think the producers put it in on purpose. Like,
That is a
rigged. And they did
conspiracy.
blow the horn when she hit the bell, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
So I think there was like confusion on the producer's
I'm
part.
gonna rewatch this episode. I swear it was like just like a slit up there. It didn't even look like a hole.
Yes, it
was
wasn't
like
a hole. It was a gap.
A gap, right? I don't think it was a hole, but I have to rewatch it now.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You guys are like really trying to make Laurel have not cheated.
She got up there first.
Yeah, she got up there first.
She got up there first, but she didn't complete the task.
This kind of goes with my conspiracy. Logan Knight writes, I think the elimination was rigged since the producers probably wanted Ninja to win, which is what I had said. Just about
Why
Ninja
would
to
they
win.
want Ninja to win?
I don't know. She's a hot competitor from last year, and they want to keep her around. And they didn't know she was going to go against another hot competitor like Laurel, so they just wanted to. I don't know. They gave her the advantage in theory and gave her something that she's in theory good at.
She's the newest one.
Yeah, and she
Compared
placed
to Laurel.
fourth.
I think if they wanted more drama, I think because it's reality TV, the producers want drama. I can't imagine them not wanting to keep Laurel around.
True.
I
agree.
say it every week, Marty. They are all about the drama, no matter where they can get it. They want to get it.
And they got it because this was a nail biter. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Yes, thanks, man.
All right. Well, David, it looks like more people are on your side than I ever would have suspected.
There are a lot of people coming to your defense, but then again, you got Aroni writes Laurel is crazy. ASF, or is she just S was an accident?
I think it's ASF.
ASF. I agree.
Come on, guys.
There was no space there. I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah. I mean, wow. It was incredible. But
all right, guys.
We have.
Wait, one more call.
Oh,
we have time for one more caller, and then we'll move on to news and gossip.
Because we got some news and gossip.
So, caller, let us know who you are and where you're calling from.
Oh, hello. My name is Taylor, and I'm from Houston.
Hi, Taylor from Houston.
Taylor, welcome back again from last week.
I don't know. I was like, I recognize your voice.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just now joining, and I don't know if you guys touched on this or not. But what do you think about Georgia and Bear making out, and Bear forgetting about Laurel and Georgia forgetting about Josh? Let them get together.
Great question, Tyler, because we did sort of skip over that.
You know what I'll say? I am glad. I think it was really cool how Georgia just straight up told Josh, hey, we hooked up. Sorry. Yeah. That was really cool of her just to be upfront about it. And Josh acted really chill about it too.
True, yeah, respect to both of them. Yeah, he did handle it well, and that's actually really cool of Georgia to admit that. She could have totally hit that, and that could have blew up later.
And Josh seems like he's just happy that they're friends, and if it does progress, then that's cool. But if not, he didn't seem like he was... I mean, he had a brief moment in the pool talking to... I don't know who he was talking to, I forget. Maybe it was
D, I think. And D was like, if she hasn't reciprocated yet, she's probably not going to.
Yeah, I don't think Josh is super heartbroken or anything. I think he's actually, for as emotional as Josh is, he's actually handling this okay.
Yeah.
unlike some game elements, but yeah.
I feel for Georgia irritated because I love her so much, and I think Bear's, nothing but trouble.
Well, he's using
but they are cute together. I mean, that whole flirtation, oh, you think you can sweet talk me with food? Was so cute.
But when he's when he's saying he misses cuddling with her, I'm like, man, I wish I was Bear. I miss cuddling with Georgia too.
I know.
Right? It is cute.
But I wish Georgia. What do you think?
Also, her friend Nicole still hasn't talked yet.
Oh,
yeah. George's best friend. Hasn't talked yet still.
They showed her holding a relic tonight, and she said something, but I didn't care.
She's just sliding under the radar.
I wouldn't be surprised if she made it to the final. That would be crazy.
Yeah, there's no way. She's going to get in one iffy week where she has to go into some type of elimination, and she is done.
Yeah, I kind of agree. That's a good prediction. I don't think she's got...
Well, Taylor, thank you for calling.
Appreciate you, Taylor.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody that's calling in. We think it's really fun. It's a great segment. We do have another special segment. I want to bring back another... Oh no, he twittened.
Oh boy. So this is news and gossip we're doing?
No, this is no, he twittened, and then there's news and gossip.
All right.
So, oh no, he twittened comes from our boy Wes, who tweeted, which is really funny because Wes, we're still alive and well with us, Wes. Gone but not forgotten. He tweeted, this cast is a bunch of a-holes when people in the world are rooting for Cara and Polly. And I thought that was really funny. He's like, people have now turned that everyone's being such jerks that they're Team Cara and Pauly.
I'll never be Team Cara and Pauly, but yeah, I guess people are loving.
Yeah, it's a crazy bond.
They love her short hair this season.
You do too.
I told you I liked it. Well, that's why I brought it up. I like it a lot more than the mess that she had last year.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. He tweeted that because on the show they were on his side, right?
Yeah, no, he's just saying it's funny because they were public enemy number one
right,
last
and now there's just so many
and
egos
now,
and bad, villains, I guess you could call them if you want to.
That they seem like the sweethearts. And then for our news and gossip,
oh boy. Oh boy.
Unsubstantiated gossip, not entirely true. We haven't seen receipts on this, but it has been floating around from several sources that Johnny and Jenny, the Beast from the other team, hooked up.
Really?
They did it in a bathroom.
Like during the challenge, like during these episodes, and they just decided not to talk about that?
No, I mean, it might,
so Johnny's not with Morgan anymore, huh?
No, he cheated on her. The person that's bringing this up is Pauly. Okay. So he's saying, look, you came at me so hard for cheating. You cheated on Morgan, and then everyone on the internet is also saying, and Morgan met Johnny by cheating on her boyfriend. So it's just sort of a, it's just sort of a,
Morgan.
It's just the way it's just a lot of pop calling the kettle black. Jenny denies that this ever happened, so we don't know if it's true or not.
I'm sure we'll hear a lot about that during the reunion.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
And Morgan actually came back at Pauly with a funny comeback about him juggling women. We'll see.
So she's not denying that it happened then.
Morgan's not addressing it. She was just sort of making a joke. I don't think she was addressing it one way or the other. Some other news and gossip. Oh, but then a few people said that they had hooked up in the bathroom because they were saying, oh, don't trust Pauly. But apparently Idris said it, they did too. Like people that you wouldn't have any reason to lie about it.
Yeah.
Said that
Idris has no reason to lie. Right,
not
exactly.
Lying about it. And Tori and Jordan got engaged.
Yeah.
This is
congratulations.
So congratulations to Tori and Jordan.
Did you hear the extra news on that?
That Cara and Pauly were really mad that they stole their thunder.
That's the real news. Right, Screw the proposal.
Is it true? I don't know. That's why I heard.
And I don't. If you guys want to talk about this in the live chat, I've heard that there's that the proposal didn't really happen, or it wasn't true, or something like that. That was in some people were writing about it in here. So if you want to enlighten us on that, right now we believe that it actually did happen. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no reason to believe that it didn't happen. But I heard some rumors out there that the proposal it was a lie. So I don't know why they would lie about this. So please tell us in the live chat.
I don't get it either. But if that's I don't know. But All right. We have very little time left. So why don't we super quick when we'll throw it to you guys. You can say your goodbyes as well as maybe a prediction. We'll throw that in with your goodbyes.
Your AfterBuzz.
You're just like throwing it out there. I don't know.
All right. Well, do you want to start? You want to start with your prediction and goodbye?
Johnny is back to being the numero uno target, and he's gonna have to watch his back.
Good one. Yep. And you are. Who are you and where can we find you?
Because I am Benny Adams. You can find me on all social media at Benny J Adams.
No prediction for me tonight, but I'll give you this. Ninja should have switched sides because she would be a force with D, Rogan, and Joss.
Yes.
Hit me up at Idiot Box Boys on TikTok. I'm rocking that now.
And I will piggyback off of both of you and agree with both of you. Yes, she should have switched. And yes, Johnny is going to be target number one. You can find me on Instagram at I'm David Christopher.
Christopher. The number 4.
Or Twitter or Fit TV Network. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Pam, take it away.
Okay, guys. My name is Pamela Gross-Jail. You can find me across social media at that. My prediction is that the Team USA is going to need to find a way to work together in the upcoming weeks instead of picking each other off. I hope that they're going to realize that's stupid. And thank you so much for joining us. We love having you with us every week. We love that you're in the live chat. We love to continue the discussion online. So please hit us all up. Thank you so much. Have a great week, and until next week.
See you guys later.
See you guys later.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.